Let's move on to Chapter 12 Motion and Time, part 2 on page 176, 177, and 178. We have been discussing about speed. Speed equal to distance by time. Distance covered by the body by divided by time taken for covering the distance. Its unit is meter per second or kilometer per hour. Today, let's have the topic uniform and non-uniform motion or uniform and non-uniform speed. If an object or a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time is called uniform speed. Look at this picture. This vehicle is moving in 1 second. It is covering 10-meter distance. Again, from 1 second to 2 seconds, it covers 10-meter distance. Again, further, it is moving from 10 second to 3 second time, it covers 10-meter distance. So, time interval is 1 second and distance covered is 10 meter. Every 1 second, it is covering 10-meter distance. Here, time interval is 1 second and distance covered is 10 meter. So, equal interval and equal distance covered. So, this type of motion is called, this type of body speed is called uniform speed. Whereas, non-uniform speed means the body covers or the body or any object, it covers unequal distance in equal interval of time. Look at this image. This vehicle is moving in first second. It is covering 7-meter distance. And the next 1 second, it is covering 50-meter distance. And the next 1 second, it is covering only 4-meter distance. So, here time interval is 1, but distance covered by the body is different. First 1 second it covers 7, the next 1 second it is covering 15 meter, the next 1 second it is covering only 4 meter. Thus, in equal interval of time, the distance covered is varied. So, this type of speed of body is called non-uniform speed. What is non-uniform speed? If the body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time is called non-uniform speed. When you drive a car or any vehicle, you can measure the time taken and the distance covered by the vehicle by using two instruments which is fitted in dashboard of cars or any vehicles. What is the speedometer? It gives reading the speed of the vehicle covered in kilometer per hour. And what is this odometer? This odometer gives reading the measure of distance covered by the vehicle in kilometer. Next we look on to average speed. How will you find the average speed? The average speed is equal to total distance covered by the body by the total distance taken to cover the distance. That is, average speed equal to total distance by total time taken by the body. If the vehicle is covering 120 km in 3 hours, how will you find the average speed? Average speed equal to total distance 120 by total time taken 3 hours equal to 40 km per hour. What does this 40 km per hour means? That means the body covers 40 km in 1 hour. What is time? Time is the lapse between the regularly reoccurring events. We mention time as 2 a.m., 2 p.m., BC, AD, etc. Sundial was the first clock invented. With the help of sundial, we measure the length of the shadow. You know that the shadow's length will be more in the morning as well as in the evening. And the length of the shadow is very less in the afternoon. So, by measuring the length of the shadow caused by sundial, they used to measure the time, whether it is morning or afternoon or evening or late night, etc. Here is an activity 2 is to prepare sundial. To prepare sundial, we require cardboard and a large nail. Make a circular cardboard disc and fix a nail vertically at its center. and keep it under the place of sunlight. What do you notice? You can see the shadow and mark the shadow in the morning, afternoon, or every 5 hours or every 2 hours. We can measure by measuring the length of the shadow, we come to know the time of the day. In olden days, in ancient days, there was no watch, wristwatch, etc. So by using this sundial, they used to measure the time, as well as hourglass. This is an hourglass, which consists of two rounded glass bulbs connected by narrow neck of glass. And the upper bulb contains sand that flows down, that streams down into the bottom bulb. By measuring the level of sand, people used to guess the time. Here is another example which gives time measurement, that is Jantar Mandir, which is situated in Delhi, which was constructed by Maharaja Jai Singh II. With the help of its shadow, people come to know the time interval of the day. With the help of this instrument, people used to observe movement of suns, moons, and planets and stars also. The present period, we are having different instruments to measure the time, like wall clock, wristwatch, table clock, digital cortex clock, and stopwatch clock, etc. Galileo Galilei, the father of science, he discovered first mechanical clock, and also later pendulum clock also made.